राष्ट्रीय 24 जनवरी 2025 ईएमएचए आर यूनिवर्सिटी ने अपने मास्टर ऑफ पब्लिक हेल्थ एमपीएच एग्जीक्यूटिव 2024-26 और मास्टर ऑफ हॉस्पिटल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एमएचए एग्जीक्यूटिव 2024-26 कार्यक्रमों के चौथे समूह के उद्घाटन कार्यक्रम का आयोजन किया। इस कार्यक्रम के साथ ही पब्लिक हेल्थ एमपीएच एग्जीक्यूटिव के 50 पेशेवरों और हॉस्पिटल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एमएचए एग्जीक्यूटिव के 17 पेशेवरों के लिए एक शैक्षणिक यात्रा की शुरुआत हो गई है। इन पेशेवरों का लक्ष्य अपने करियर को जारी रखते हुए सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य और अस्पताल प्रबंधन में अपनी विशेषज्ञता को बढ़ाना है। समृद्ध विविधता को प्रदर्शित करते हुए ईएमपीएच बैच में 25 महिला और 25 पुरुष प्रतिभागी हैं और ईएमएचए बैच में 9 महिला और 8 पुरुष प्रतिभागी हैं। आईआईएचएमआर यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर पीआर सोडानी ने कहा, हेल्थ केयर मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन में 40 वर्षों की समृद्ध विरासत के साथ हम हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम में क्रांतिकारी बदलाव लाने के लिए आवश्यक कौशल, ज्ञान और नेतृत्व क्षमताओं के साथ पेशेवरों को सशक्त बनाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध हैं। मास्टर ऑफ पब्लिक हेल्थ एग्जीक्यूटिव और मास्टर ऑफ हॉस्पिटल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोग्राम हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर की उभरती मांगों को पूरा करने के लिए तैयार किए गए हैं, जो पेशेवरों को अकादमिक ज्ञान और वास्तविक दुनिया में उनके उपयोग के बीच की खाई को बांटने में सक्षम बनाते हैं।
Sometime back, I was watching the television and I was looking at the fire in Malibu in Los Angeles. And I think I was filled with a sense of helplessness and also a sense of respect for nature. We who are part of the nature and have evolved accordingly must learn to respect the boundary between us and the nature. And whenever we are confronting the nature, I think we almost find that it's the nature which is going to win. This aspect will have to be kept in mind. Now, we've been, as a species, we the Homo sapiens, we've been very successful. In the last just a few million years, I would say, look where we are today. More than 8 billion of us. But more than 8 billion of us has disturbed some of the balance which the nature has. And what are we seeing today? We are seeing climate change, global warming. We are seeing loss of biodiversity. And we are also seeing a concomitant rise in the levels of pollution all across. And I think if you think a little deeply, you will find that all these things are interlinked with each other. This January has been one of the mildest winter Delhi has seen. And the year which has just gone by, 2024, perhaps has been on record as the hottest year since we have started measuring meteorological data. What does it say? It says that we need to display a greater sense of responsibility towards Earth and the larger ecosystem of which we are a very small part. I was listening to Professor Suresh and he was mentioning how the velocity of change has changed.
Participating in the events of today, I would like to offer you a word of advice based on my own life experience. So look at the person sitting next to you, not necessarily your classmate from your school, but somebody who's coming from far away. It is not very unlikely that 30 years from now, the person sitting next to you may be the CEO of a major company, maybe the Prime Minister of a country, maybe President of a university. You don't know. So be nice to them today and shake hands with them and get to know them so that it will come in very helpful later on in life. You may not realize it now, but believe me, it does happen. So all the best to you, and good luck.
CEO of Prometheus School, Noida. And for IB School, IB has requested him to be part of the jury as well. And we also have our Global Lending Council, as Professor Subra was saying. We have advisors, team of advisors and volunteers who work with the Global Lending Council. We have Anna here. Anna, if you could kindly stand up. Anna has been a great support of French for us. She is based out of Villa, Switzerland, where the institute is located. She lives there and she has been a great supporter of this and very illustrious corporate career before. And Dr. Arun is here. Arun is the senior research fellow who is supporting cutting-edge research to support some of these AI tools that you will see in future will come out of the work being done by Arun. And we also have Hanafi. Where is Hanafi? Hanafi is around. Hanafi works with NTU Singapore. She came from Singapore and has been working with Subra for quite some time. And again, a volunteer trying to create nice documentation around the program. Thank you, Hanafi, from all the way to come here.
Let us not forget that the International Day of Education was born just 7 years ago, when education was generally perceived as what happens inside classrooms, schools, and colleges. Discussions were mostly limited to literacy, grades, skills, and job readiness, but not so much on the true purpose of education. However, and since then, the conversation has expanded significantly, with the global community beginning to acknowledge the role of education as a cornerstone for addressing interlinked challenges that require an open and deeper understanding of the complex dynamics that shape our world. Today, as we mark the International Day of Education in 2025, we celebrate how far we have come in recognizing the transformative power of education, not just in shaping the future of individuals, but also in driving human development and sustainable progress for our planet. Education has also always been the foundation for growth, and now it's evolving into a powerful catalyst for change, one that empowers students like you to be in the driving seat of groundbreaking innovation and bold leadership, and also enables you to take decisive action to safeguard our future. Through these initiatives like the Eco-Innovator Ideathon, you discover firsthand that your role goes beyond the classroom. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of people, technology, and the environment, while also using the understanding to create solutions that can have a lasting impact. This challenge also serves as a showcase of the importance you and your schools have placed in recognizing your potential as problem solvers, especially digital technologies like artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things, as well as data analytics. These are not just subjects to study. They are crucial advancements that will enable you to shape the future we all aspire to see. And I was truly impressed when I met SchoolNet for the first time here in Delhi last year through RCM Ready. I was amazed by how they have seamlessly embedded these new tech approaches and innovations into their systems and effectively integrate them into their classes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tariq. As I was mentioning about, there are 3 tracks of this JLC Villas Institute partnership in India. The first one is Ideathon, which we discussed, and which is going to witness the competition of this inaugural session. The second one is about partnership with IB. You know, IB has very, very innovative way of teaching learning, and largely aligned to the national education policy today, NEP aligned. NEP talks about a lot of innovative things to be where do you need to be taught and learned. IB has all those. So therefore, IB, with the support of jails and villas, has decided to work with affordable private schools in India through SchoolNet in terms of supporting these schools in improving their quality of teaching and learning, capacity building of professionals, teachers, what they call professional building, also an accelerator program. Any IB school wants, any affordable private school wants to become IB school, they would help in terms of mentoring. This partnership is being announced by IB, and unfortunately from IB they have some conference in Singapore, they couldn't come, and we have an IB school principal, Mr. Mukesh, almost representing IB, I would say, and this is the announcement that IB made. I'll just read out that announcement here. This announcement where you can see here, the IB aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people strive for more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. IB works with educators, government schools, and they'll collaborate with SchoolNet in terms of taking the GLC Villas vision forward.
Extent. And pedagogy also is becoming more and more technology dependent, more so in the context of artificial intelligence and the way information is available to us. There's also a need for people to go beyond themselves. So we need to come together collectively. We need to come together collectively to be able to find a collective solution to the kind of problems we are facing. So this is developing partnership. So it's also bringing people together to find a solution for the issues which we are struggling with. It's a great way to come together to do things collectively. So I think it's a great opportunity. And again, as I was mentioning earlier, that we are seeing the power of partnership. When groups which come from different walks of life, from different parts of the world, they're all coming together for a common purpose. It augurs well for us.
I will again say the same question because it's the starting of something, right? Because we are kids, that's why we're just collaborating such kind of events.
Yeah. But it's good. There is a need, there is a felt need to come together. And it's good. It augurs well, as I have mentioned.
You have a question, Aditi, back you're asking?
Yeah. For Dr. Tariq,
School hackathons are happening. Sometime back, the Honorable Prime Minister had inaugurated a hackathon. And we are, no, but school is also a part of it. I mean, there is a perception that only the higher is part of it, but the schools are also a part of it. We are in the process of setting up a school innovation council in our schools, where children learn to come together, innovate things. We are also in the process of setting up of Atal Tinkering Lab. There's Atal Innovation Mission, housed in Niti Aayog. Now it is being shifted to Department of School Education and Literacy. So all the Atal Tinkering Labs which are there in the country would be managed by the school department. And we are also in the process of saturating all our secondary and higher secondary schools with an ATL. So children get an opportunity to come together, to ideate, to think out of the box, and to find solutions which are driven by the kind of technology we are seeing.
Sir, we're in the 5th year of NEP. How far we have reached? I mean, how do you look at?
See, NEP is an ongoing process. It's
Yeah,
a fifth year, definitely, but education is a continuing process. And I think we've done reasonably well, but we still have a long way to.
So Dubai Cares is a non-profit, non-government philanthropic organization. We work mainly in countries that wants to change their education systems, to pilot new programming, to see how we can change the status quo into some specific thematic programming. For instance, if girls' education is not working in a country due to enrollment rates for different reasons and factors of life, we would go and have solutions with the government to see how can we keep the girl into school rather than her dropping out from school. These might be many social interferences happening into the girls' lives. Don't forget a girl when she gets married early, gets pregnant early, she will drop out from school. How can we get her back into school, catching up with her school students and putting solutions? So working on innovative programming globally is on one part and piloting it in other countries. But also working towards system changes in countries is also very important. And as Mr. Sanjay mentioned, we have to look into what is changing in the world. And the curriculum is one part of the system. The teachers is one part of the system. The students. You also have the experienced teachers who are helping government put the actual courses. But then you have the government. What about the children who don't get enrolled into school? What about today's youth who was never into a schooling system? How can we help those young people? They are the future of this nation. So with those, we also have to give them a lot of courses and value, skilling, and of course give them the knowledge that the nation needs, so the nation can prosper. And the only way to do it is to prepare young people in the future for these future of jobs. Most of the future of jobs in the market are evolving towards green jobs. And these green jobs will depend on skills that are made for these green products